Impact segment tonight, intense debate in Berkeley, California, after the city council there told the Marines they should clear out of town, close down their recruiting center. Hundreds showed up to demonstrate on both sides of the issue after South Carolina Senator DeMint threatened to introduce legislation cutting off federal funds to Berkeley.
You're on the wrong side. You stand on this side, then. Then be on the right side. Don't act like one.
The U.S. government spends $6 billion recruiting our youth every year. The least we could do is put our bodies in front of that military recruiting center.
Be strong, be brave, get those recruiting centers out of here. Thank you.
I really want to express my heartfelt gratitude and admiration to you all for your very courageous and gutsy stand.
This isn't about the Marine recruiters having a right to have their business open as if they were some kind of shoe store. What are they buying and selling in there?
Shades of the 60s with us now, Fox News Chief Judicial Analyst, Senator DeMint, author of the book, A Nation of Sheep. Far-left loons dominate in Berkeley, you know that.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
We just saw it.
Right. And they believe the United States is a bad country, we're evil, and the military is an arm of that evil. You come down where?
I come down on the side of free speech. What we just saw, not the fires, I didn't like that, but the yelling and screaming, the chanting, the carrying of the placards, the efforts to influence public policy, that's the First Amendment at its best. I disagree with what they say. I disagree with everything that they say, but I will defend to the death their right to say
but
it.
what you're really defending, though, is a fascist movement in Berkeley that says we want to close down a Marine recruiting center in our town that is a legitimate right to operate. Now, we're going to try to close that down in any way, shape, or form. That's fascism.
Well, the use of force or violence to close the Marine recruiting center is a violation of the law, and they should be stopped by the police.
They voted to tell them they were intruders to get out of town.
Well, they can't. They rent private property in the city of Berkeley, no matter what the Berkeley City Council thinks.
They were going to deny them a place to park. They were going to make it very difficult for these people to operate on a day-to-day basis. That is fascism. You can't be sticking up for that.
I'm sticking up for the free speech rights of the people in Berkeley. Look,
anybody can say whatever they want.
The government wants to take money away from UC Berkeley, away from the ferries, away from the Berkeley public school system, the ferries to San Francisco, etc., because senators don't like what these people say. The senators can't give away money only conditioned on free speech.
It's not about what they say. It's about passing resolutions that we're not going to allow you to park in front of your store. We're going to have a special...
park down the street.
No. We're going to have a special ordinance that says the Marine recruiters can't park outside the store. That is discriminatory, Judge. That's not freedom of speech.
That is freedom of speech.
No, it's not.
It's an expression of an opinion based upon governmental policy.
It's actionable from a city council that's harassing the Marines, trying to get them out of town any way they can. That's about speech.
The harassment is wrong. It is immoral.
Okay, and then the government has a right to punish that.
It is destructive, but it's constitutional,
no,
Bill.
It's not.
The government can't give money to Berkeley and say, you can only take this money if we like what you say.
No.
That is a violation of the First Amendment.
They can say they don't like the Marines all day long, and the government couldn't do anything.
That's all they said, is we want the Marines out and we don't want them to park.
That's not what they said.
Would you go
They were voting on taking their parking spaces away and making it difficult for them to operate. Now, these are earmarks. Earmarks are when the federal government gives money for specific towns.
Correct.
For a ferry, for a program,
for a bridge to nowhere.
Right. Now, DeMint, who I think is a patriot in South Carolina,
I agree.
He's going to introduce legislation going, we're going to revoke these earmarks because the city of Berkeley is acting in an unconstitutional way, denying the Marines their freedom.
The revocation of the earmarks is unconstitutional.
No, it's not.
Because it's based on the politics of Berkeley, which Jim DeMint dislikes. You dislike, I dislike, but I will defend as constitutional.
You see, you hide behind this Constitution stuff.
I don't hide behind it. I stand in front of it.
It's not a matter of expression. It's a matter of action. Once you take action, it says Napolitano can't come to work. You are way above freedom of expression.
They are not
Last
stopping
word.
the Marines from coming
They're trying
to work.
to.
They're expressing an opinion that the Marines don't belong there. The Marines belong there, and they have the right to protest.
All right,
and the
pull us down,
government can't
everybody.
silence them.
Stay away from that.
Any more than it could silence you or me.
Stay away from those. I don't take any earmarks from the government, Napolitano. And if you do, we're going to investigate you.
I won't.
Plenty